All right, welcome to Chapter 7. Let's look at defining some new terms for you. The first one that we want to define up here is what a system of linear equations is. So a system of linear equations is two or more linear equations that together form a system. So for an example, if I have y equals 2x minus 3, and I have y equals x minus 1, these together form what we call a system of linear equations. Okay, and then to solve a system of linear equations, I would want to find any ordered pair that makes all of the equations true. So a solution for my system is an ordered pair. Remember, an ordered pair is something that looks like comma x, y, where I might have examples like 0 and 2, or 4 and 6, or -2 and -5. These are all ordered pairs, and any ordered pair that is true for both of these equations is considered a solution for the system. Now, you might not have any solutions. This is a thing. It's possible to have absolutely no solutions. Or you might have 10 solutions, or you might have 100 solutions, or sometimes you're just going to have one. So let's look at finding solutions for systems of equations using our graphs. All right, hopefully at this point you have those definitions down. If you don't, you need to go back and rewrite those down. We are moving on and we are looking at how to solve a system by graphing. Let's say that you are given these two equations and you are told to solve, oh, where's my pen? Solve by graphing. All right, so in order to solve this by graphing, I actually have to first graph my lines. So make sure that you are following along. You are writing these down with me. You should have some graphing paper handy. And we are going to first graph y equals 2x minus 3. Remember that in slope-intercept form right here, that my slope is m, so my slope is my 2, and my intercept is my 3. So what that tells me is that when I'm graphing it, my intersection point should be up here on my y-axis, except it's not because it's actually don't make this mistake, it is a -3. So if my y-intersection is -3, it's down here, and my slope here is a +2. So for y equals 2x minus 3, my y-interception point is 0, -3, and my slope is a +2. Remember, this is the same as rise over run, and it's positive, which is also the same thing as -2 and -1. So with that in mind, let's look at graphing this. Start at my intersection point. Always plot your y-intercept first. So now we're going to plot, starting with my y-intercept. I'm going to go up 2 and over 1 to the right. Remember, it's positive and positive. And then I'm going to go down 2, and if this is negative, then I need to go over 1, which is right here, because a negative over a negative is a positive. And just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go up 2 and over 1. And now I need to plot my line. So using your hand or a straight edge, you want to get as straight a line as you can going straight up. Now that was not very straight. All right, so because I can't draw a straight line, I am going to actually put a line in here for you so you can see this better. Make sure to always put arrows on the ends of your lines. And now let's plot our second. Okay, so you plotted this, you did your slope, and then the last step that you did for graphing this was to draw a line through points. Let's do the same thing for y equals x minus 1. What is my y-intercept? It's where x is 0, and notice that it's a -1. So that's going to be right here. Plot that first. The second thing to plot is my slope. My m is, oh, look at that. It's just a 1, which means it's a positive rise over a positive run, or a negative rise over a negative run. We're going to need to plot it both ways. So starting at my intersect, I'm going to go up 1 and over 1 to the right. And I'm going to go down 1 and over 1 to the left. And I'm going to do it again and again. And this is my line. Draw a line through it. And you should have something that looks kind of like that. Now notice I've got this cool point right here where my things intersect, where both lines coincide. Where they coincide is a solution for this system. So notice that they intersect at this coordinate. Let's write this one down. This is x value is 2 and my y value is 1. So remember that a solution has to be an ordered pair. So now that I've graphed and I found my intersecting point, that second step, the next thing to do is to check your work using your coordinate. So knowing that my coordinate was 2, 1, we're going to plug this in. And we're going to see if I plug that in place of my x. So y equals 2 times my x. My x value here is 2. I'm going to plug that in for my x in my first equation. And I'm going to have y equals 4 minus 3. So y equals 1. Now I want to check, is this the same thing that I got here? Yes, it is. So I know that it's a solution for my first. So now I need to check and see if it's a solution for my second equation. Y equals my x value minus 1. So let's take my x value again from down here, my 2, plug it in, and is it true that y equals 1? Is that what I got from my y? Yes, it is. So that means that that ordered pair satisfies both of my systems, which means that the ordered pair 2, 1 is a solution. I would like you now to solve these two problems by graphing. Make sure that you show your work. You should show me your graphs. I do not want you using your calculators for this. You should be able to do this on your own. Make sure that you are both solving it using a graph and you are checking. Now, I am fine if you want to do these on the same graph as long as you use 4 different colors so you can show me that this system is maybe my, or maybe 2 colors. This is my blue system and this is my red system. That's fine with me too. But just make sure that you know which ones are different. All right, well done. I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully you got -1 and 4 for A, and you found -2 and 3 for B. Remember that you need to show me your work, and I will check that these are done tomorrow in class. If you get stuck or you're not sure what to do, rewind this video and go back to where I walk you through the steps for solving a system of equations by graphing, and follow along with your systems that you are doing.